Must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has built.
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
I'm proud to help the Institute. Here's hoping it all pays off.
At this point, there is no doubt. It will succeed, and very shortly. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
Right. Because no one up there suspects the Institute exists.
This is not a joke. There's been too much posturing by too many groups. The world needs to know that we are in power and the Commonwealth is ours. As the incoming director, it is your responsibility to lead, to establish that place for the Institute's future. Please take this seriously. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow this script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are. In control. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your pathetic existences. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in your complete annihilation. Rest easy. Know that the future is out of your control, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint phrase, though I'm afraid the air there is anything but fresh. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcast, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Do you require anything?
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
I thought all the surface people looked like monsters, but you seem pretty normal.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.
Scanning unknown identity.
It was an honor to fight at your side. Ready for the next mission, sir?
Let's move out.
Right behind you, sir.
All systems nominal. Welcome. Do you require additional supplies? Acquisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
Sure. Let's take a look.
It must be.
Good place to stock up on supplies, if you can stand the smell.
Hear about the battle between the Brotherhood and Institute? One up on the hill?
Shopping and everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Here you are.
Everyone in this city's always jumping at shadows. Chill out.
Hi. There.
Okay, let's try this.
This radio station,
Maybe this goes here?
Oh,
Alright, in you go.
there aren't any other ones. So...
You went too far when you had Higgs and Logan executed. And I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Hey there.
Solving problems with deadly force isn't how we do things here. You might want to consider that.
I would be happy to assist you.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Excuse me.
I'm glad you talked me into coming here. This place really is remarkable. So many projects, so little time.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look... forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Son.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
have to admit, the third-generation synths are really something.
For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice to take Father's place.
Dr. Oberly.
Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything
Hi, Doc.
I
We're
feel
quite
quite
fortunate
fortunate
to
to have
efficient
some more
reactors to
start
replace
to
that old
fail.
clunker in the basement.
At least I'm not bored. Do you require anything?
I admire the way you handled the situation in hydroponics, sir. You sent a clear message.
Good to see you.
It's great to have you here.
May I be the first to welcome you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
We'll be much better able to defend ourselves. It's a good position.
True, but I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
I agree. We hit them hard, before they have time to react to our new position.
Good. That's just what I wanted to hear.
As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars. Let's focus on weapons development.
As you wish. The Advanced Systems folks will get to work immediately. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
We're making real progress, thanks to you.
Clayton.
I'm glad you're here. I'd like to conduct an experiment, but I need some assistance with it. I believe we can improve the growth rates of our crops by using mutated cells, such as those found in supermutants. To test this theory, I'll need a tissue sample from a particularly strong supermutant. I expect I'll eventually need several such samples, but let's just start with one.
You need a tissue sample from a strong supermutant. Got it.
That's right. Now remember, only a particularly hardy supermutant will fit the bill for this experiment. I don't need it right away, but if you do come across such a specimen, I'd be grateful if you could bring back a sample.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Allie.
So, what can I do for the future director of the Institute?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Now that the reactor's online, perhaps it's time to think about expanding bioscience.
Dr. Holdren.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Operating at full capacity.
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken will never threaten the Institute again. Good work, sir.
If you plan to execute everyone who disagrees with you, there won't be an instant.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
I admit it. You've been more of a help to us than I expected.
Doc.
Well, if it isn't our visitor from the past. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. Take this packet of seeds to the Roger Warwick synth. Be careful with these. They represent years of genetic manipulation and enhancement. Hopefully you can manage such a simple task.
It won't be a problem.
We're not idiots, Doctor.
I trust that it won't. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important. When Roger asks how your trip was, tell him some blood bugs chased you halfway across the Commonwealth. That code phrase will identify you as an agent of the Institute. Also, you must be discreet. Do nothing to draw attention to yourself or raise suspicion.
I understand.
Now hurry on to Warwick Homestead so we can begin the experiment.
Doctor.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Sorry to bother you then.
Goodbye.
Newton.
I'm not gonna miss everyone complaining about insufficient power levels. Things have changed for the better since you arrived. Looks like Father was right all along.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Dr. Lee. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Yes, well. With the reactor running, we've moved back to our regular projects. Dr. Watson is, I believe, working on power consumption in our laser weapons. Dr. Ormond is... well, I'm not quite ready to divulge that yet. She has several, let's say, ambitious proposals.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Can't afford to let your guard down, no matter how quiet things seem.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You make a lot of trips to the surface, right? Maybe you can help me out with something. The Brotherhood of Steel has developed some impressive technology, and I think we could learn some things from them. The best place to start would be to study their design schematics, assuming you can get your hands on some.
Sure, I can do that.
Great! We've got a lead on a small Brotherhood salvage team. That's a good place to start.
Good evening.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? You agree with their decision?
It's the only way we can ensure the Institute's safety. That makes it the right thing to do.
I'm glad you agree. None what comes next will be easy. That conviction may help keep us all going. You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute. The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
They mean nothing to me. Never have.
I'll admit, I'm relieved to hear that. Then I certainly hope I can count on you for what needs to be done. Because these fanatics cannot be allowed to continue to exist. They represent a very clear threat to the Institute. Small as they are in number, their twisted ideology ensures that they will never stop trying to strike at us. They must be eradicated. Are you willing to see to it?
You don't have to worry about them any longer. They're as good as dead.
Thank you. Do what needs to be done, but keep yourself safe.
I wish... you could have known, Father.
Here we go. It's only I'm getting tired.
Processing. Agent Charmer. Your arrival was not calculated.
Start making some sense.
Unable to process verbal response. Preliminary adjustments to statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will...
Creepy robot. You're just a broken machine.
All systems fully functional. I provide first-order approximation. Of the behaviors of all residents of the region.
Just one day I'd like to not get shot at.
There's someone else here. They even try.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Hey.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
And so, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
Nope. Not a problem at all.
I regret that it came to this, even if you don't. There was just no way to compromise with those people. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Whatever it is, we can handle it.
I believe so. But in this case, what matters most is how we handle it. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
You're right. We take the fight to them.
I'm glad you agree. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here. There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
We can defeat them now, we can defeat them again, if we have to.
Possibly, yes. But it would be smarter to put an end to it now. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing if not thorough. Dr. Lee should be expecting you in her lab. She can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
Hi, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Words any former soldier can appreciate.
A man who understands the need for discipline will be a valuable addition here. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Sounds good.
Take care, then. We'll need to update our safety procedures for the new reactor.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah, that. Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
So we just relay onto the airship and sabotage it.
Won't do us any good. There's no direct connection between their robot and the airship, so the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Exactly. You'll have surprise on your side. Should give you some time before they can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh! I almost forgot. Take these.
Oh, thanks. Grenades. Sure, I can always use grenades.
No, they're not grenades. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
I know, right? I mean, thanks. I thought it was neat. But still, it's just to help. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime. You know the deal with that, right?
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We're going to show them it's ours. We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
With Liberty Prime on our side, that'll give us a hell of an advantage.
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden. And he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the Commonwealth. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry. We'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, they'll be waiting for you in the relay room.
Have we got a plan B?
We don't need a plan B. This will work. Anything else?
No questions. Let's do this.
Very well. Good luck to you.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Hey.
Go ahead.
You should head home.
I'll be ready when you need me again. I'm looking forward to the next mission.
We got more than enough power, thanks to the new reactor.
Got it.
For honor and glory.
Something's out
Combat initiated.
Utilizing stealth.
Fire it well! Core system. Initializing.
Hostile software detected. Communist subversion likely.
processor.
Targeting. Parameters. Offline. Recalibrate.
Finalizing upload in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Operation complete. Shutting down.
Updated tactical assessment. Red Chinese presence detected. Aerial incursion by communist forces cannot succeed. Initiating directive 7395. Destroy all communists.
We're relaying to a safe location.
Hey there.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Hello, Sean.
Ah. There you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
We're all safe now.
For now. Yes, but there will always be threats. You must remain vigilant. Allie has always been loyal to the Institute, and to me. You can rely on her for help. Once I'm gone, it's all up to you.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been strange, hasn't it? I spent years wondering what you were like. Thinking about all we missed out on. I want you to know that I'm grateful for the time we've had.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you, Father. You've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
I know this is a difficult time, but you're the director now. It's time for you to lead us.
Goodbye, Sean.